day, goeiedag, dumela. O amohetse mo moketeng wa tsa bonono wa Vrystaat. I am Boitumelo Mohutiwa, and in studio today, I've got Dion van der Kerk, I've got Charles Henning, and Eric Strydom. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
It's really lovely to have you here. So we're going to talk about your show, TokTok.
Yes.
And I think it's quite an interesting show to be seeing at the Vrystaat Arts Festival. Dion, you are directing this show, and I'd just like to know what the process has been for you to direct a show such as TokTok.
Sure. Well, Boitumelo, it's a show that we've workshopped from the ground up. We didn't have a script to start off with, so we've had to work on the entire narrative and the details in the narrative. And then, of course, because we don't like to make things easy for ourselves, we decided to we wanted it to make it a wordless show because we wanted it to be understood by everyone of all languages. But you can imagine what that process is like because now you have to build up a show that has no dialogue but still has interactions. So it was quite a process of experimentation physically on creating the physical story, the visual story without words. And it was one where we actually had to learn to start trusting each other because we had no reference point. We didn't know if it was working. We had to just rely on each other to do what we were doing, on my actors, to just invest in it, and I think they probably had to rely on me a little bit to say, yeah, this is looking okay. So it was quite a process of building narrative, building trust, and building an atmosphere that would allow the story to develop.
Wow, I think it's really quite cool that it's not like, it doesn't have like a spoken language, so everyone can understand it. So I'd like to know for Charles and Eric, like how has it been for you guys to actually play characters that will be understood by everyone without having to say a word? How's that been with you guys? How was the work with you guys together? Just apart from Dion, how did you guys work together to make sure that everything you're doing on stage is absolutely on,
Well, first of all, it's a whole different ballgame than spoken text. I think you actually have to be more clear than with spoken without text than with spoken text. It's been a challenge, but I think it has certainly developed a certain essence of direct communication with the audience, as opposed to having a safety net with text. How did you experience it?
Well, for one, it was tough because you usually rely on your voice so much to convey emotion.
Yes.
But without, your tonal changes and everything, or speed, or all of that, you actually have to now rely on the finer, nuances of your body. And you have to hone that skill of being able to access all of that. And that was quite a process.
Yes, and trusting the process was one of the key factors that made a contribution to the success of the show, I must say. Yeah.
Wow. So your audience is now going to have to watch this play and really just get the message, which is obviously also a universal message. And I think it would be nice just for everyone to go and see what they get from the story. So I want us to maybe talk a little bit on the style of the play. People might expect to go and see mime, and you obviously had to work so hard on making sure that your movement was clear. What is the style of the play? What are you guys going for? I'm sure it's very realistic just without the spoken word. People probably expect it to be very exaggerated and so on.
It is a little bit. I mean, but what we decided to draw from as inspiration was the idea of clowns and clowning. It's not a strong clowning show, but we've used the techniques of clowning. So it's sort of like mime, more like clowning. You can imagine, clowns don't always talk, you know. And, so humor also makes it accessible, I think. We also kept in mind the whole time that we wanted the show to be a family piece. So we wanted to be able to appeal to both children, young children, as well as adults. So that helped us to really determine how clear we were. Yeah. Is this something a child will understand? And so the clowning helped us in that respect as well. What makes children laugh? What engages children? So as long as we, by sticking to that style, it really helped us to keep the clarity of what we were doing.
Yeah, cool. So, has this show actually performed anywhere else apart from now at the Freestyle Arts Festival?
Yes.
Yes, we have taken it to various places. We've
Yes.
taken it to Smithfield. We've taken it to Woordfees. We've taken it to little schools in the Western Cape. And that has been amazing, sharing it with schools, little, almost like Wineland schools that have never seen theatre before.
Yes, and
And
experiencing
they've
it for the first
loved
time.
it. And we've
Wow.
have played it once or twice here. Again, because it's so accessible, we have a large audience, you know. And it's very satisfying to see that we can even play to a deaf audience. And we can appeal, you know. So we love taking it to wherever we can, you know.
So it's definitely not the first time it's at the Freestyle Arts Festival.
No, we played last year. It was our debut last year, a very nervous debut
Yeah.
on the Fringe platform. And I think, based on the success of that, we were invited to perform it on as part of the main program this year.
So it really sounds like you guys have had some time to really work on the play. And has anything really changed over time? Did you have to change a few scenes and how you do certain things due to how you received any criticism?
Well, I don't think we really changed the essence of the story. I think it was more a bit of fine-tuning it.
Details, yes.
It's details that you just, had to bring across stronger, perhaps. Or I would even say we would, create an even stronger storyline through the fact of communication between each other.
For example, we just about 3 weeks ago, we wrote our own music for the show as well. Because we couldn't find music that would fit or would complement the scenes that we want to convey. So we composed our own music and recorded it.
And we just returned from Austria.
Oh yeah.
We received physical theatre training from the Ostrenko brothers, which is basically part of biomechanics and helping your body communicate even better on stage.
The institution of the IUGTE, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes.
Sure.
So we were there for a week in Steiermark. So my German has improved, but I can't even use it on stage. But
So I think that sort of work has helped us to create detail. Our narrative has stayed the same, but what we've worked on and what we have learned now that we should work on is just those finer moments, just the little moments that really shape the piece. And it's interesting that that's where our work goes. It's more inwards. We're happy with how it is on the outside, but we're going deeper and deeper into the work. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. This sounds like a very fantastic show, and I think also a very interesting style of theatre, and people are going to have a very interesting experience. So can you please tell us when the show is performing at the Freestyle Arts Festival?
Yes, indeed. We open on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, again making it perfect timing if you want to bring children, if you want to come as a whole family. We're on Friday the 13th at 8 o'clock at night, which means it'll be a lucky show, so definitely come to that one. And then again, Saturday morning at 10 a.m., again making it perfect for a family outing. So, special aim for that Saturday morning.
Yeah. And our venue is the Albert Wessels Auditorium.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. It was really lovely having you guys here.
Thank you so much.
I really wish you all the best. It sounds like it's been such a great process, very hard work, but it all pays off in the end. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guatemala.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
And that's all we have for the production TokTok. Be sure to catch it at the Freestyle Arts Festival. It is really something you need to see, and bring the whole family to come watch the show. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in, and bye.